Perfect. So I'm gonna record the video so like that we won't confused. Okay. Today we'll have homework. So let me start with stuff that I'm still worried. Like this one, the maze, you need to submit it already. Okay. Like today, I'm already going to shut that one down. Okay. I'm gonna close it. So today's your last day to submit by 3 o'clock. This one, you will be deleted. This one is the one that you're telling me that it doesn't match the one that the sub gave you. So I need to see what went on and then fix it because you owe me one that says guided from the sub. And finally, this one is the one that had, and I gave you 47 first, and then 1 through 9 was the last slide to do. That one needs to be submitted today by 3 o'clock too. So the coffee and the frozen face by 3 o'clock. Then some of you have not come back to retest on this one. Okay? So you need to come back to retest. So let me release those scores so that you can know who you are in case you're wondering, like, pues I don't even know if I already had told you, but some of you, pues, no hacen caso. So I'm going to release it. Some of you might have been absent, so it's not really a retest of makeup, but so I had kids coming yesterday and they were doing it, but some of you, pues no han venido. It was this one, test order operations, and this is the one. I'm going to return it to you, which means you'll know your grade. Return selected. Yes. Now you'll know your grade. So if it's below a 70, you know that you need to come back when you have a chance. Okay? Okay. What I just gave you is some notes that I had. That's why I went to, I don't know if you saw me right now in the back of that screen because I have my fifth grade stuff in that old computer that's in the back. Okay? So in fifth grade, they should have taught you some of this stuff. Maybe not the algebra. I would do the algebra with them already so you can get ready for sixth grade. But basically, yesterday, the main one, and I want you to make sure that you circle this. The main one that we learned yesterday that is very important you understand is the one that says more than. Did I tell you about this or no? I don't even know if I told you this class about this. Um, More than a number, after the word then, he will go first. Okay? Here's what I mean. Because with examples, it's better. Your homework today is going to be to go home and study all these. And tomorrow I'm going to give you a little test to see if you studied something that you should know since elementary. So I'm going to go home, study the translating of the words, and make sure that we. You didn't get that one? Okay, it's right there on the printer. Hey, give me a battery, please. The green one, Duracell, I prefer. Okay. Yes, thank you, sir. Listen, because did I talk about this with you or no? I don't even know. That's why I know I started talking about since second period, but I don't know if you're the one that you're the class that alarmed me, but a class alarmed me. So here, let me explain what I'm talking about. If I go 3 less than a number, okay, most kids, let me, instead of putting a number yet, let's do just from elementary. 3 less than 9, okay? Most kids want to quickly think, oh, it's 3 less, no, it's not that. It's actually an operation. If I go 3 is less than 9, then it'll be 3 is less than 9, yes. But if I go 3 less than 9, it needs some track. But here's what most kids do, so I'll do it red so you won't mess up. Red is wrong. 3 less than 9. That's what most kids would do. That would be wrong. Whenever you see the word then, that tells you that this guy has to go first a fuerzas. So it'll be really 9 minus 3. Now somebody in second period told me, it doesn't matter, sir. It will still give you the same answer. No, it won't. The first one gave you a negative 6, and the second one gives you a positive 6. So whenever you see the word then, that one has to go first. In addition to, by the way, 3 more than 5. There is the word then. Who goes first? 5 plus 3. Now here, if you would forget and put 3 plus 5, you would still be okay because of the operation of addition. We have something called commutative property of addition, so if you switch them, it doesn't matter. But in subtraction, it's going to matter. So I prefer that mathematically we start thinking how translating words to expressions or equations, what they really mean. That then tells you you better put him first. So the real translation would be this guy, even though it wouldn't matter for the solution if you flip it. But for mathematically, that's the true one. And in this one, the true one would be this guy. Questions? Now, if I go 5 less than x, or 5 less than a number, do you know the number? No, so it's going to be 5 less than a number, so the number goes first that I do not know, so I'm going to call it x less than minus 5. Okay? And that's what those things are there. So make sure you circle, you put a dot on more than, because that one is telling you that this one would go first. Okay? In the minus, you see it there also. There's the word then. So guess who goes first? The number. And since we don't know who the number is, we call it what? X. What I'm worried is kids will do this. 4 less than a number, and they'll put 4 minus X. No, you're wrong. Because of the word what? Then. Now, the other one that you have to worry from subtraction will be from. So put dots here on these, because those are the ones that we have to remember that it's kind of flipped. 6 subtracted from a number, some of you will put 6 minus X, and you're wrong, because when you see the word from, the number goes first, or whomever's after from goes first. If it's a number, pues you put the number. If they say a number, then pues it's gonna be X. Questions? Either in that, everything is read the way it is. Okay? For example, a number plus 3, a number x plus 3. The sum means add, the sum of a number and 5, x plus 5. They'll go in that order, the rest of the total of 6 and some number, 6 plus 5. The total of a number and 6, x plus 6. Those are so easy because they are the way they're read. The ones that we have to worry is the ones when they have the word then, he would go first, from, he would go first, then he would go first. And like I said, in plus it wouldn't matter, but in minus it really matters. Words for multiplication, times, 8 times a number. It's like that, guys. The coefficient goes first. Some of you will do this, which is okay with me. 8 times a number, put that. But once you do that, we'll have to put it back the way we want it mathematically for algebra for middle school. Product means times. The product of 14 and a number, 14x. Twice a number, that's 2 times a number, 2x. A number multiplied by negative 6, negative 6x. 3/4 of a number, fractions are always available. So the word of a number means multiply. So division, the quotient of a number in 7. Number goes top, which we don't know. That's why we call it x and then 7. 10 divided by a number. Who did you mention first? 10. He goes on top. Number will go on the bottom, which in this case is x, because we don't know. The ratio of a number to 15, you should know that. Whomever comes first, 2 goes top, 15 goes bottom. Squares. The square of squared. The square of a number, x squared. The word squared is to the second power. That's why I told you have to know this. Remember I kept on saying to the second power, it's also squared. You're going to see why later on. Well, now you're seeing it why. To the third power means cube. A cube of a number, x cubed. Then anytime that you see the word equal, equal is equation. So let's put here, when you have equal, we have now an equation. All the other top ones that we just went over are expressions. All these are expressions. And the equals will have the word is the most famous ones of all. So circle is. The other ones come out sometimes, so I need to be aware of them. But is the most popular one. So for example, the first one gives you the first 7 less than a number. Well, look, let's go there first. That's what we just talked about on the top. Who would go first? The number. Do we know the number? So what are you going to put? X minus 7. Then you take care of that, what we learned on the top. Those are expressions. They become equations once they mention the word equal, the word is, the word same as, the word yields, or the word amounts to. All those words mean equal. Equals 10. And there's your equation. X minus 7 equals 10. The next one, we'll cover this for now so we can see the expression. 3 times a number. What does that mean? 3 times a number. What does it mean? 3x. Good. And then, what does is mean? Equal. What? Negative 6. 3x equals negative 6. Do you understand how to study this? Go home, okay, and I would cover this, and I would read a number plus 3, x plus 3. Yep, I'm right. 10 more than a number. Oh, that's the word with a then. So it's going to be x plus 10. Yep, I'm right. I will give you a test that will look exactly like this, but I will mix them. Okay? And I'm not telling you I'm going to give you each of them. I'm going to choose whichever I want and then see how you did. So your homework today is to study for tomorrow's test something from 5th grade. Don't lose that paper. I've been giving you papers like this so you don't have to. That's why, I'm going to give you a journal that's already filled up. It's called a virtual journal. But I've been giving you papers. So I gave you this guy. Now I gave you this one. I gave you, just because I'm worried that some of you are I gave you again I gave you this for exponents, expanded, exponential, and simplified. And then I also gave you the rules again. So you should have all that somewhere. Eventually, I'm probably going to make you paste it in the journal, but right now I want you to have them quickly available for you. If I forgot the rules, I have it. If I forgot how to expand it, exponential, simplified, I have it. The prime numbers, the divisibility rules, I have them. And now we have translating words into algebraic expressions and equations. Listos? Don't lose it. And now you have the video too. Okay, now let's go into the stuff that I finally want to go to, which is the 5th grade stuff. So open this guy, the one with the hearts, and I think that I stopped with you all here, right? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. On your homework journal, you know what? We're going to go straight. I'll come back to this. Let's go straight to the questions, mejor. Let's just start the questions already. Mejor. Okay? Ready? Number 1 will be for homework because it is what I'm telling you to study. They want you to translate this to an algebraic equation. Okay? Number two, I'm going to do it with you so you can see what you're going to do at home in your homework journal. So I'm going to work, this is my homework journal, okay? So today's homework, besides studying, is going to be from slide 5. Only slide 5 we're going to do for today's homework, don't worry. Because you have to study the other stuff. So put homework, slide 5, 1 through 6, I believe. Check for me, please. Right? I do one, you're going to do one at home. So I'm doing number 2. The question is, they want me to translate, they want me to create an equation. So they want an equation. Got it? Facts. So they gave me y is equal, here we have to write the whole thing in model, to the product of 3 and x. Instead of putting the word 3, I'm already changing it to the number form. Standard form, that's what it's called. That's the facts. Strategy? Wait. What would be the strategy? Yeah, just my keywords, my translating keywords. Okay? We have to, this is the strategies I have to memorize. I mean, I have to memorize my translating notes. You won't have the notes. You won't have the notes. Okay? I have to memorize it. That's why I'm telling you to start studying it. Okay? The nice thing that it's pretty easy just to follow along. So here's how I would do it. I would just start reading and see if there's that word then or from. Do you see the word then or from? Do you see the word then or from in this one that they want us to translate? You see it? Where? Do y'all see it? I don't see it. It says y. Let me put a flashlight because somebody says that they see it. I'm sorry. Y is equal to the product of 3 and x. Where did you see the word then? Where did you see the word from? So do I need to worry about flipping anything? No. So this is going to be just a left to right situation. Do you understand? Left to right situation. So look, I'm going to make this what I need. What do you see there? Put it. I'm just going to follow what it says. Left to right situation because I didn't see the word then and I didn't see the word what? From. So I'm going to put y. I'm already answering. Y is equal. Guess what I'm going to put now? Equal. In case you're wondering, like, ¿de qué está hablando? Y is equal. I'm just translating what they gave me and putting it already as an algebraic equation. To the, here's a keyword, to the product. What's product? Times of 3 and x. Okay. 3 times x. That would be very elementary, but it's good. Or y equals 3 what? X. Got it? Is the answer there? Of course it is. That's what you're doing. You're just translating from word to an algebraic equation or expression. What's the difference between an equation and an expression? Pedro? What's the difference between an equation and an expression, sir? Okay, Maritza, ¿qué es la diferencia de una equation and expression? It's really easy. I mean, equation. What does the equation have that the expression won't have? An equal sign. Good, that's it. The difference between an equation and expression is that the equation has an equal sign and the expression doesn't. So let me show you again the difference. X plus 4. We don't copy right in my class. Is that an equation or expression? Expression. Algebraic or numeric? Algebraic, because if it has at least one variable, which is the letter, it's algebraic. Joshua, that one. What is it? An equation or an expression? Why? Ahí también está, sir. Huh? Oh, you know why, sir? Because you're over there talking to this guy over there. Frankie, why is it an equation? Okay, Devin, why is it an equation? Why is this one an equation? The second one. It's just amazing. Amy, the second one. Why is this one an equation? The one that I just boxed. Good. An equation has an equal sign. An expression does not have the equal sign. That's it. This is from fourth grade. I put a book yesterday from fourth grade to the other classes. I don't know if I did it with you all. Okay. Now let me go back to Joshua. I can't wait to call now. Why is that one called an algebraic equation? Because I also mentioned it right now. John? Because he has a variable. Both of these are called algebraic because they have a variable, a letter. This one is called an expression because there's no equal sign. And this one is called an equation because there's an equal sign. This is an algebraic equation. The one that's boxed is algebraic. The one that's not boxed is an algebraic expression. The one that's boxed is an algebraic equation. Questions? Let me change this now. Violet? That one that I just wrote, 5 plus 2, would that be considered an expression or an equation? Very good. Okay, Nashley? That one that I just wrote, would that be algebraic or no? Joshua?
No.
¿Por qué no?
Porque tiene letra.
No tiene variables. Good. This one, the blue, is called a numeric expression because they're all numbers. Guess what that one that I boxed that's blue is, Leo? Leo. The one that I boxed her, what is it? An expression or equation?
Equation.
Good. Why?
The equal sign.
Very good. Now, Valdez, would that be algebraic? 3 plus 7 equals 10. Huh?
Yes.
Yes, he says. Leila, is he correct that the box blue is algebraic equation? She says she's correct. Okay? Giovanni, tell him why not. Variables, letters. Okay, let me now label them. Both of these are considered equations because of the equal sign. This one is considered an algebraic because of the y, the variable. This one is considered a numeric equation because you only see numbers. On the other side, we have what's called expressions. Because there's no equal sign. And this would be algebraic expression, and this would be numeric expression. Questions? Or es que si no hago esto no le puedo seguir. It's going to be hard for us. Okay. I have to review stuff from elementary to make sure that when I really get the good stuff, I mean, I can't stop anymore. I want to go forward, and when I want to go forward, there's a bump. But it's not your fault. Okay. Okay. Any questions with the first two? The way I did number two, you're gonna go home and do number one, but number one has that famous word what? Then. So am I gonna just go left to right? No, I'm gonna have to be worried about that word then. And you have the notes too to help you. The next one. This time they gave me the equation and they want me to put them back to word. That will happen sometime. So I'm gonna do number four. The question is Q equals R minus 9, right? Q equals R minus 9 in words. That's what they want. They want me to put it as a description in words. Okay? Yes? The facts, well, they're also there. So I can just put facts, well, they're there. Strategy?
Translate.
Translate.
Translating notes.
I need to translate. Translating notes. That means that it has to come from your brain. Now, I see that minus 9, so I'm going to have to be careful how they write it. Okay, so here's the first one. In this case, what I recommend is that you translate the choices back to equations. I don't recommend that we translate this into words, because most of you would read like this, which is okay. Q equals R minus 9. Most of us would read it like that, right? So I'm going to read it like that and check if that one is there to see if they made it that easy. No, never. Okay. So they did not make it that easy. They didn't make it like a urine kinder still. Q equals R minus 9. So none of those choices have that. So now I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to look at the choices. Okay? And try to get rid of the ones that for sure are dumb. Which choice for sure has to be the dumbest there that I have to quickly run away, like if I see Coach Larry's grandma? J. I think that one is the worst because product we all know means what? Multiply, and here there's no multiplication. Okay? Yes? The other one that might be also one that I run away is probably what? G. But sometimes that more than might be a subtraction situation, so I won't run that fast, but I'm gonna think that I might run. And the ones that look pretty solid are the ones that have the word what? Less. So I'm going to stick to the F and to the H and translate those to see if I can put them back that way. So let's start with the F. And we need to translate it. 9 is 9. Q is, so that's easy. So I'm going to start with that. Q is equal. That's a piece of cake. Now we have less than R, less than 9. Oh my goodness, I see the word what? Then. Who needs to go first? 9 less R. Does it match? No. Now the kid that doesn't listen to me will probably go left to right. Q. This is a kid que vaya a hablar con el amiguito, and then they go home and they say, well, I didn't understand it, mom, because you're not listening. And then if you're not gonna listen, go watch the video, please, at least. Right? This kid does this. Q, he just is less than, it's minus R, R, and then puts the 9 and grabs that answer. Without understanding that my first introduction of today's lesson was to be careful with the word what? Then, and another one, from. I need to flip them. Then tells you that he goes what? First. So choice F is out. The other choice that we were interested in was choice what? H. Q is equal 9 less than R. Oh, ahí está la mugre then de vuelta. There's the then again. So guess who goes first? R minus 9. Does that match what I wanted?
Yes.
Done. I don't have to worry about the more than anymore. I found one that matches mine. I recommend that when they give you the equation already in an algebraic equation, they want it back in description of words, to change the description of words, okay, back to the algebraic equation. In the star, they will not make you type all that. What they will do is they'll make you type an equation. That's why I prefer, if they make you put it back in description, they cannot do that, because if somebody would put this in description, mode Q is R minus 9, guess what? They have to give you what? Credit. You're mathematically right. And what they want you to learn is that then thing means that you have to flip them. Question with number 4. The way I did number 4, you're going to go home and do number what?
3.
3. Okay? You're going to go home, try to eliminate the ones that are done, and then see what happens. And the last one, the one that I'm really worried, so you better pay attention. You better listen now, okay? Because this is the first one that's pretty good stuff. I guess I'll do. I want to do. I want to do 5 because it has a negative, but then I want to do 6 because it's going to confuse you because it has decimals. I want to go with 6 because I think we're okay with negatives, and it's going to be Dorito Man because it's a number next to a letter. So be careful. But here's how we do this. Number 6. Okay, they want the table. They want a table. Okay, facts. They gave me an equation. The equation is y equals x plus 10.8. Okay, questions so far? Yes? So I see that this is, listen to what I do as my strategy. I call it the TE. You know what T is? Table and equation. Is that an expression? Table and equation. Quickly, once you see that it's a table equation, I am going to do the substitute method. Of the last set. Strategy, oh, it's a table and equation, a T. I'm going to substitute the last set. What is given by the last set? You'll see right now. Questions so far? Here we go. Choice F. Write the equation. Now we're going to substitute who's Y in the choice F of the last set. Do you know what the last set is? We have that set 1. That's an ordered pair. X, Y. Set 2, an ordered pair. Set 3, another ordered pair. And set 4, another ordered pair. I want the last set. Who's Y? Thank you. 110.8. Bien fácil que está esto porque you're just substituting. Who's X? 11. Bring everything down. You could already tell that 11 plus 10.8 is not going to get you to what? But if you want to make sure, what do? You go to the side. 11.00 plus 10.80. And we got 21.80. So does that table belong with that equation? No, because this is not true. This is not a solution, not a function. So letter F, out. I will box around and go to guess what's next? G. G. What's the equation? You always start with the equation. Y equals X plus 10.8. So this strategy is called the table equation substitute the last set. Who's Y? 12.
11.
Who's X? 11. Do you think just by seeing it already that we're going to get to 12? No, but we're going to get to 21.8 because we just did it. Right? But if you want to make sure you can go to the side, 11.00 plus 10.80. That will be 80 cents here, and then it'll be 21.80. They're not going to be equal. G is out. Then we box around. H. Always begin with your algebraic equation. Y equals X plus 10.8. Who's the Y? 18.8. Who's the X? 11 plus 10.8. Didn't we just solve that one? Didn't we just solve 11 plus 10.8? So would I have to solve it again?
No.
I can just go back and say, you know what, you're freaking wrong again. The answer is probably what? J. But I'm going to make sure because that's what Kobe, the Mamba, would do. Or the Mambacitas. J. Y equals X plus 10.8. You always start with your equation and we start substituting. And I like to use the last set, the last order pair. Who's the Y? 21.8. Who's the X? 11 plus 10.8. Didn't we just do 10 plus 11.8? And what did we get when we did that? 21.8, which tells me that that table belongs to that equation. So the answer is J. Now, if you would test any of the other ones, would they work? Any of the other ones, would they work? They better. So you're probably wondering, why do you make us go to the last set? Because the STAR test became smart about this and had noticed that teachers would just teach the kids to go quickly to the first set. But here's the deal. What do you notice about H and J in the first set? They're the same. So some kids would try the first set of H and it would be right and they would stop where? There, and guess what? It's going to get it wrong because eventually things change. You see how the first set is like choice J? So if you go with the first set, the STAR chart is doing this. They say, you know what? Let's put two that have the first set the same because the teachers are just teaching them how to do it that way. Okay? I used to teach the kids do the beginning, one from the middle, and one from the end. But as I studied the situations in algebra, I'm like, there's no way that the last set would ever be the same. Guys, look at the last set. They're all what? That's why we want to choose that one. Now, if it happens that the last set, one of them is the same, then go choose something that you have to choose one that is different. Because if you choose one that has the same numbers, you'll have two good choices. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look, if we would have tried the first set, but this guy would not have worked when we tried it. This guy would not have worked, but guess what? This guy would have what? Worked. And what happens with that is that most people stop there and just say, "Oh, I found the answer." They never check choice what. By checking choice J, now both of them work. You will really find out who's the true answer until you go to the what second set. I like to just go straight to the last set because usually those are all different. They're different, different, different. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way I did number 6, you're gonna go home with number 5. Your homework is 3 questions plus studying. Now, if you're staying for tutorial, we're actually going to be playing the games of translating words. So you'll be ready for the test tomorrow. So you won't have to study that part because by the time I'm done with you in tutorial, you'll know all the translations quickly. So that's what I'm gonna do today in tutorial, help you how to translate quickly. And if you don't stay for tutorial, pues you better go home, take care of this first, the 6 questions, and then take care of my translating of words.